Uncle Tom's Cabin. Chapter 1. Slaves and Masters. In the early 1800s, black people were not free in America. They were slaves. Rich white masters owned them. They used slaves to work on their farms. Many masters were terrible to their slaves, but some were kind. Master Shelby was one of them. Recently, his farm's business was poor. He borrowed a lot of money from the bank. The only way to pay his debt was to sell some slaves. He hoped to sell his best slave, Tom, for a high price. A slave trader named Mr. Haley came to buy Tom. Mr. Haley was a terrible man. He treated slaves like animals. Tom is the best slave I have, said Master Shelby. He is a good man who believes in God. God does not care about blacks. They are not even men. I just want to buy Tom because he is a yard worker, said Mr. Haley. But you want too much money for one slave. I'll pay the money you need if you give me a slave child too. Okay, agreed Master Shelby. I hate to do it, but I have to save our farm. I'll give you little Henry. He will grow up to be a good slave. In the next room was a slave named Eliza. She was a beautiful woman with light skin. Oh, my son, no! She cried to herself. She heard Master Shelby and Mr. Haley talking to each other through the wall. She knew it would be terrible to lose her son. This woman had been taken from her mother when she was a little girl. Eliza's husband George ran away to Canada a few days ago. Blacks were free in Canada. George wanted to work and save money. Then he could buy Eliza and Henry from Master Shelby. But that would never happen if the Batman took Henry down south. Eliza picked up her son and hugged him. Don't worry, she said softly. If we trust in God, He will show us the way to freedom. Behind Master Shelby's large house was a small log cabin. This was a home for slaves. It was tiny, but the cabin was very warm inside. The smell of a freshly baked cake was in the air. At the table sat Uncle Tom and Johnny. Johnny was Master Shelby's son. He loved Uncle Tom and his wife Aunt Chloe very much. Now Johnny was teaching Uncle Tom how to read. The cabin was suddenly filled with their many happy children. They ran into the cabin when they smelled the cake. Johnny was excited to eat the cake too. Uncle Tom felt very happy. He held two of his children and sang a song. While they were eating cake, Eliza came into Uncle Tom's cabin. She had to tell him the terrible news. With tears in her eyes, she said, "Master Shelby sold my son. We have to run away. We will try to reach Canada. Uncle Tom, Master Shelby sold you too. Come away with us. God will show us the way." "No," said Uncle Tom. "I can't run away with you. If I do, Chloe and my children will be in danger. It is better for me to go. I will pray that God protects me." Aunt Chloe and the children could not stop crying. Eliza couldn't wait. She picked up Henry and held him tightly. Then she disappeared into the night.